biggest thing with taking in animals into our care is the unknown. We don't ever know, especially if we bring in an adult dog or an adult animal, we don't know if they're heartworm positive. We don't know if they have any hidden issues. There are a lot of backyard dogs that are not spayed or neutered, and lots of oops puppy litters or just I don't care puppy litters are born, and those are a lot of the dogs that are choking the rescue system and the municipal shelter system. The endless puppies that are coming in just that could have been prevented by a simple spay or neuter surgery.
So I was out to lunch with both my boys, and I just saw his post pop up on the change page, and I called Laura and I was like, oh no. I was like, my big black pit bull Cole that's at the shelter, I was like, it's his 11th hour. And she was like, wait, what? I was like, 2 o'clock today, and it's game over. So I packed up my boys, stopped my lunch, and jumped in the car and went to go pick him up at the shelter with the kids in tow. But he was the sweetest thing. As soon as I got there, he was just, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, and just laid at my feet, belly up. Pit bulls get a bad rap. Nobody seems to have much interest in them. We knew it was going to be a hard case with him being a big black male pit bull. We knew he was going to be with us for a while. It's not always the easiest adoption to have take place. Constantly overlooked. People wouldn't even come and see him. Cole ended up with us 550 days total.
He had a pretty bumpy start when he got here with us. We went through some rough times with him, but over time, he became the best ambassador for his breed. He was the star of our float for the Christmas parade, and he did beautifully for that day. And what was pretty amazing about that was that his future adoptive parents actually saw him in the parade, and a connection was made, and that's who we ended up going home with.
As soon as I saw him, I was like, there was just something. It wasn't like the other dogs where I'm like, oh yeah, they're cute. There was just something about him. So I called the rescue and said I was interested in taking him for the holidays and to see how it goes from there. And another foster fail, because once he came, he said, I'm not leaving. I firmly believe without the Humane Society, he would have been, when he was picked up, he would have went to the shelter, and due to his age and his breed, he would have been put down.
I couldn't be here the day he went home because I knew I was going to cry like an infant, but when Gretchen called me, I was in tears. I was like, finally, I'm going to cry again. He was so deserving, and no dog deserves to live 550 days. Christmases, Thanksgiving, he missed every holiday opportunity with the family. And just for him to finally be there, it's the best feeling ever.
The adoption team got a call about an injured kitten at Cookout, and they were able to go right over there and look for him. They thought he had maybe been hit by a car. They just weren't sure what was happening with him. When we got him, he was pretty gravely injured, his hind leg and his tail, and he needed immediate vet attention. And we took him down to our partners at Weddington Animal Hospital, and Dr. Meg took a look at him and did have to have his part of his tail removed and one of his hind legs removed.
Seeing this little guy purring with a broken leg and a messed up tail just kind of broke my heart. So I actually reached out to them about fostering him as a medical foster. So I got him when he was about 5 weeks old. He was 1.44 pounds, this little orange bob of fur, and he came to my house, and we kind of kept him in our bathroom, helped rehab with his care, gave him his medication, kind of took care of that injured tail, and then my husband fell in love with him. And so unfortunately he became a foster fail. Well, fortunately for us, my husband and all my animals kind of fell in love with him. So I think when he came here, he knew he was never leaving. Bobby is one of those stories that truly makes me so happy to be a part of this organization and to be a veterinarian. My husband and I talk about it all the time. It just kind of breaks my heart to think about what his life could be and how much trauma he's known and how much still full of love he is at this point in his life. And knowing that he never has to go through anything like that again is definitely one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about this.
I mean, from just the power and water we use to keep the place running, their food, medical expenses, the staff to give them the medication and care for the animals. I mean, it is very expensive.
A lot of these animals can be saved by basic preventative care. Like if his mom had been spayed, he wouldn't have been out in the wild running around 74. If we're able to give these animals kind of preventative medication to prevent these diseases, like that can save a lot of lives and cut down on a lot of medical costs that we experience at the Humane Society.
You know, I know there are a lot of different ways people can donate their money and make a difference in the world. What I can say about the Humane Society of Union County is that we are boots on the ground right here in Union County, making a difference every day in Union County with our neighbors and our communities.
If people would like to donate monetarily, it's a huge lifesaver. That's our emergency visits to the vet, like CVS and Skyline, or a Weddington visit if our clinic is too booked, things like that. It's a huge expense that we take on with the vetting, so anybody that donates, it literally saves lives.
Any donation matters, like even just a rabies vaccine, even just getting these animals in to be spayed or neutered can save so many lives and prevent so many diseases in this community that are causing so much damage that most people don't even know about.